Hi, it's Mr. Hancock here, and welcome to the final video for this part of the Changing Economic World specification. Here's 4 multiple choice questions based on the previous video. Pause the video whilst you have a go, and then let's see how you get on. Here are the answers. Did you get those correct? You did? Well done. That's fantastic. Shall we see what this video is about? Here we are. We're going to find out how uneven development is linked to international migration. This is shown in the red highlighted section on the screen. As in previous videos, these 2 symbols represent opportunities for reading and writing, so look out for them please. The final focus for this part of the specification is on the screen. Press pause to copy it down and read through the 3 key ideas. Resume when you're ready. I know many of you have been using the Caboodle textbook alongside these videos. If you haven't, then maybe now's the time to try. The access details are on the screen. We'll be using pages 206 and 207 throughout this video. Pause the video whilst you add the first key idea. What are the different types of migration? This extract discusses how international migration is one of the main consequences of uneven development. There's also a useful reminder of what the key term migration means. The bullet points contain the key terminology that will enable you to speak and write like geographers. Pause the video whilst you read the text and make your own revision notes. Restart the video when you're ready to tackle the first main activity. Activity 1 is a relatively straightforward question so long as you've understood the information on the previous slide. If you'd like to attempt this question now, pause the video and then restart it to see how you get on. Here's the mark scheme. How did you do? Do you need to improve your response? Make sure you know the difference before moving on. The second key idea uses a real-world example, and one that I'm sure many of you will be familiar with. Press pause whilst you write it down. Middle East refugee crisis, 2015. This extract makes for some quite sad reading, but it is really important that you're up to speed on such matters. There's also several important statistics in terms of numbers of migrants moving between different regions. Take whatever time you need to process this information, making notes as you do so. Pause the video and then press play to attempt some activities. In this activity 2A, we've got a double command word question. The command term describe requires you to write about what you can see, whereas suggest means that you need to give what you think are possible reasons. There's also the requirement for you to make use of map B. Pause the video whilst you attempt this task and press play to see the mark scheme. If you need to improve your response based on what's shown here, then please do so before moving on to activity 2B. This is what we'd call a comprehension style question. The information you need for this task can be found in the extract that we've just been looking at. If you need to go back or have a look in the textbook, then please do so, pausing the video and restarting it to see the mark scheme. There we go. I hope you find that one okay. Let's move on. Now, it's time for a stretch yourself task that requires you to carry out some online research. These websites are a good place to start. Don't forget, the stretch yourself tasks are always optional, but I strongly recommend them for students aiming for grades 7, 8 and 9. Pause the video to attempt the task, or otherwise just let the video continue on to the next section. Press pause whilst you add the third and final key idea, economic migration to the UK. Economic migration to the UK has been a huge story in the news in recent years and was heavily linked to the Brexit process. As geographers, we need to be keeping ourselves up to date on such matters. Press pause to have a read of the extract, making revision notes as you go through it. When you're ready to attempt activity 4, resume the video. In this final main activity, you need to identify a range of reasons for accepting and not accepting economic migrants into the UK. I'd recommend splitting your response into 2 sections, for and against. Let's see how you get on. Pause the video to write your response and then press play to see the mark scheme. Have a read of these bullet points, and if you need to improve your response, pause the video and go ahead. This is a 4-mark practice question. Pause the video whilst you copy it down. The command term is explain. I've put some help on the screen for you. The theme of this question is uneven development and international migration. So we're really looking at the economic migration and not forced migration from wars and civil unrest. Use the knowledge and understanding from this video to help you write your response and then resume the video to see the mark scheme. With a 4-mark question, there will be 2 levels in the mark scheme, basic and clear, and your recommended time for this question is 4 minutes. Let's take a look at the mark scheme. The bullet points down the left side give you the required content, whilst the table on the right side should be used to determine where your response fits the levels. If you need to improve your response based on the bullet points, then now is the time to do so, pausing and resuming the video when you're ready. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video, where we've looked at these 3 key ideas, and in doing so brings us to the end of the whole section from the specification. Well done. If there's something you're still not sure on, then take the time to go back through the video or reread the textbook. That's been a really great effort today. Well done. The next video will be slightly different in that we'll be creating our own knowledge organiser based on all of the content that we've covered so far in these video lessons. This is shown in red on the screen. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.